Hello, Communication Studies 220. This is Matt Simpson here for my narrative speech. I do have to apologize in advance. I do have a cold. I have cough drops and I have water, but I'll try not to use them. But forgive me if I have to use a cough drop. I'll try not to let it affect my speech. So for my narrative speech, it's on the time that I was tricked into overcoming my fear of public speaking. I figured it would be an appropriate topic for a public speaking class. This is just how I got over it. So my parents started up a delegation for a program that it goes all across the nation. But they divide it up by states, and then each state has a bunch of different delegations. And it's called Youth in Government. So when I was in 8th grade, I joined. My parents were the advisors for it. I probably would not have joined had they not been advisors, but I really wasn't all that interested when I did join. So in my sophomore year, I had been part of the program throughout my entire high school. 8th grade to senior year, I was a huge part of my life. In my sophomore year, though, we were given certain slots for certain positions, and because we were a fairly small delegation, everybody had a pretty major role. I was appointed to the House of Representatives, and I was nervous. I had to give a speech in front of 70 people. I did all right just because it was something I was passionate about. It was something I was working on. My bill for that year was to ban video billboards graphic images on video billboards. So like it could be a single color text and moving, or it could be a single picture in color. So like for people who are in Port Angeles, I believe it's Riddell's, they have that video billboard that is so incredibly bright. It's distracting to try to watch something actually happening that would seem like a car commercial you'd see on TV. So that was my idea. I was actually the last person to go for the House of Representatives. We quit early on the last day, and mine was the last bill to go before we quit. So I gave my speech. I was nervous, but I did fine. Fast forward about 2 weeks. We received a DVD in the mail. Little did I know when I was giving my speech, it was a live televised presentation on WW2, I believe, or C-SPAN something. Pretty much the entire state was watching. I did not know this when I gave the speech. I thought I was giving a speech in front of 70 people. It was significantly more than that. So I guess the moral of this is that sometimes a little white lie or a lack of information can actually do good. I have no problems talking in front of a group. I've been a part of the Port Angeles Symphony performing not solo pieces, but I've had solos in songs. And there's a couple hundred people in there, and if you make a mistake, all eyes are on you. But the nerves just don't affect me anymore. And for that, I have to thank Youth in Government and the YMCA. So that's the end of my speech. Thank you guys for listening, and sorry again about the cold. My voice is starting to get a little bit scratchy, so I think it's time for me to quit. Thank you guys.